I'm Woody and I play bass.
I'm Trevor, I sing in Our Last Night.
I'm Tim, I play drums.
Awesome. So you guys just released the Oak Island EP. Tell me a little bit about the writing and recording for this particular record, and how is it different from anything else you guys say you've recorded?
Well, this EP we did it all on our own, so no label, and we went through crowdfunding too, which was awesome. So we got to work like real close with like our fans to actually make the whole thing happen, which is awesome. And we recorded drums with the guy who did our last CD actually. His name is Dan Corniff in New York, and yeah, we just we wrote it really fast actually because we found out we got this thing with Siren Store.
Yeah.
We wanted to put out the EP like on the first day of the tour so we could have just start.
Yeah, just have something.
On a bang, pretty
cool.
Much. So we wrote it really fast and recorded it all within 2 months pretty much.
Very nice.
It's usually it's a way longer process than that. Usually it's a full. Here we got Matt. Hey. Hey, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing in the band, real quick?
Hey.
What's your name?
I play guitar and my name's Matt.
Cool.
Wentworth.
Awesome.
We're talking about how recording this EP is different than the other ones.
Nice. It's way different because we got to record ourselves, so we had just a lot of time to just spend with the songs, sit there, layer them up, add cool little stuff everywhere. Usually, I don't know, the other CDs, I feel like we finished tracking the necessary things the very last day, and we're like, oh, I wish we had time to just sit here and
go back and just kind of mess around and do little things.
Stuff, and I feel like the songs would sound a little more. I think maybe there were 1 or 2 songs I wish I got to do that a little bit more of that in, but most of the songs are as finished probably as they could possibly be, which is
cool. You know. So where does the title Oak Island come from?
We actually had on the Age of Ignorance album that we put out last year. We had a song that we wanted to put on it that was called Oak Island. Oak Island is actually an island off of the coast of Nova Scotia that's this really crazy unsolved mystery. One of the world's, honestly, I think it's one of the world's just craziest unsolved mysteries. It's basically early 1900s, a guy stumbled upon this little area that was all cleared out and looked suspicious. So him and his friends started digging there, and they started hitting these
wooden planks
every 10 feet, and they got down 30 feet down. They were just digging with shovels. So they're obviously we can't keep digging, which is 3 guys. So they stopped digging, and then years later they kind of told someone about it, and they brought professional equipment there and started digging deeper, and they just found really weird stuff like a little stone plaque thing with a bunch of weird carvings on it. Really deep under.
Interesting.
Yeah, a rug that was made out of coconut strands. And coconuts aren't native to that island. It's really far away.
That's interesting.
So stuff like that. Yeah, really far down. I'm talking 60, 70, 80 feet down. And then eventually, I think that dig stopped. There's been multiple digs trying to get deeper and deeper to see what's down there. So that stopped. FDR did a dig. A bunch of U.S. presidents have funded digs.
Wow.
Because people are serious. They think something serious is down there. They're just convinced. And so one time during a professional dig, there was guys lowered down there, and the whole thing flooded and 2 people died because they hit. It was a booby trap actually. This is for real. They figured, they weren't sure why it flooded. They had no idea. So they figured it out. They put paint down the hole where the water was, and it came out 3 different sides of the island. So they figured out that someone dug under the island all to meet in this one spot to booby trap this hole. So now once it flooded, it's impossible to dig because it's just mud. I mean, everyone's dug a hole at the beach. You can scoop sand out and mud. It just fills back in. You know,
that's
you
so
can only dig
interesting.
so far. So I think eventually they knew that they couldn't dig, so they drilled down there to see if they drilled with anything. And they think they hit concrete.
Wow.
100 and something feet under this thing.
That's so weird.
So it's just this crazy thing that is really interesting. I mean, the whole album isn't or the EP isn't it's not based around that. We just thought we were just interested by it. Kind of metaphorically, it could just be a mystery, a metaphor for life or whatever.
Absolutely.
Everything is kind of mysterious, and you don't really always know the answers to everything. And I don't know, it's just kind of a cool idea.
That's definitely,
And we just thought it sounded cool as an album title. We were even thinking about calling Age of Ignorance that for a second, but then the song didn't make it on that. And I don't know. the song didn't even make it on this, but we wrote a song that was kind of similar sounding, and then we just called that
Yeah.
one on the road. The lyrics to that song are about that, and just mysteries in life in general.
Absolutely. That's one of the most interesting backstories for an album title I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So that was great. So you guys did that the Summer of Covers project on YouTube. Would you guys say that your fan base, after doing that project, would you say that it's grown since you've reached out to more of a YouTube audience?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
it's like a completely different fan base than we had before.
absolutely. Yeah, because I was going to ask, because there's a lot of YouTubers and people who don't really listen to.
Yeah, it's really. I don't want to say it's easy, but it's like faster
to gain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, because YouTube is fucking. Everyone goes on YouTube and
absolutely.
searches, like, especially if they want to search, like we did a Adele cover.
And the thing is, once they click on one of your videos, so it just automatically on the sidebar
goes
links
to the next
every video. So they see all of your videos, and then once, if someone likes your style or likes what you do, once they've seen 5 videos,
they'll go and look up the other songs.
They're like originals. I'm a huge fan at that point because they're like, holy shit, like I love like 5 videos this band did, and then they it's really easy for them, like they hit subscribe, and then every time we post a video, either goes to their phone or their email the second it goes up.
Same thing with like Boyce Avenue and that.
That's massive.
Yeah.
That's huge. So we kind of saw that. We had people who were friends with like Alex Goot and stuff like that, who also does covers, and we noticed them like selling out like huge venues. I mean, they do originals that are really good too, but their whole band was based off of doing covers. We didn't want to be known for that really, but we saw that, we're like, what if we do something similar but with our style?
Yeah.
Was doing that.
Another aspect of your band.
We just kind of tried doing it, and like luckily like the Skyfall one we did first, just like people loved that.
That one was amazing,
so, like,
I gotta say. By the way.
I think lucky for us that one blew up more than others have. Like I think we just got lucky, and the first one we did was just one of our best ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like we saw that, we're like, wow, we'd be stupid if we didn't keep doing this. And it's fun too. We like doing it, and it, like he said, it just gains more fans to listen to our original stuff. And why wouldn't you want that, really?
Absolutely. So the band teased yesterday on Facebook that you're shooting a music video for the song Sunrise. What can people expect when they see this video, and are there any concepts you can tell us about?
Yeah, we haven't filmed the storyline for it yet. We're doing that in a few days when we go back down to LA. But we filmed the performance parts, and those were really
we did that at 2 different locations, obviously with a sunrise.
Yeah, the story is kind of like we're still working at the kinks, but we kind of want a more metaphorical, like a more metaphorical story of like someone overcoming bullies or people kind of trying to keep them down, or like just being alone or any type of struggle, kind of overcoming that. And we have like I said, it's not too straightforward. It's kind of more metaphorical, like ways of telling that story, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're trying to work that out. We have nothing specific quite yet, but I think it'll be cool. For sure.
So, speaking of the same song, would you mind giving a little bit of background as to what the lyrics were about? After listening to it, I'd say that the song was it's a little bit darker, but then you guys used the line, "You can make it to the sunrise," and I feel like that can give listeners hope when they're listening to something like that.
For sure, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, it's just about people feeling, like you said, down, alone, like that's hard to overcome all that, and then
we have a lot of fans that reach out to us too.
Yeah.
That kind of describe their everyday problems and
it's very similar.
And thank us for our music helping them through that. So we kind of even want to do a song that kind of even more directly says something like that. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Trevor said he wanted to write kind of brought the song general idea up, and then we started writing it, and I sat down everyone that was helping write the song and stuff, and we watched a movie called Bully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
amazing.
Crazy. It's so sad.
Yeah.
But really inspirational, and like I don't know, it kind of just that also kind of inspired the lyrics, and kind of like I mean in general it's just kind of it's not directly directed towards bullying specifically, but I think that kind of inspired some of the lines in the lyrics and stuff.
Absolutely. So you guys kick off this EP with the song Dark Storms. What made you guys decide to place this particular song as the opener to kind of kick everything off?
Definitely it was a lucky decision.
It was last. We decided
we chose the song, the track order
before we even recorded vocals to it.
Before the vocals were done, even written for that song.
So like we put it first, we were like, hopefully these lyrics and all of this like come together.
We liked the song. We knew the intro was epic. We had all the music and the quote in the beginning. We had all that. So we were like, this would definitely probably be a good opener, and we were just, the vocals turned out really good, luckily, because it's the opening track, but I don't know, it was kind of lucky. Like this whole EP was like, everything was done in random like orders.
Yeah.
Like, but we kind of planned it good enough to where we could finish exactly what we needed to finish to get it out on time, like right at the last minute.
To have it even
so,
printed
like,
for sure.
like the CD packaging was being printed before like the recording was even completely finished.
Wow.
Because I handed in the master CD. I emailed them the master file for all the songs like
4 days before it was
before the CD release show.
Like, so the whole booklet was already printed and everything.
Yeah.
Everything but the actual CD was like completely
So
done.
we definitely committed. We committed to the track listing before all the songs were done, which is risky, but it worked out.
Got it. Very nice. So the music scene, in my opinion, I think, is slathered with bands sometimes, almost to a point where it sometimes seems like there's too much to take in all at once. But you guys have been doing this for a long time now. What would you say, in your opinion, sets you guys apart from any other artist that's out there?
We've always just wanted to. We've always just written the music that we actually wanted to write, and not just like going with every other band that we always tour with. I mean, a lot of the bands sound the same, to be honest. So we always wanted to set ourselves apart from all them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you want to get technical, like with the songwriting and stuff. Like a lot of the songs on this new EP we wrote, like just as songs, stripped down songs first.
Yeah.
So we almost like approached it like we approached the covers, because the covers we take a song that kind of already exists, and then it has chords and melodies, and then
we spice it all.
You kind of just decide what you already have the song, and then you
Yeah.
decide on the arrangement. You can kind of make the arrangement interesting and morph it how you want to morph it. But at the end of the whole thing, when you strip it down, it's still a really interesting and I don't know, good song. Hopefully, like Same Old War, I just wrote on like piano and acoustic guitar. So like I just sat there and programmed piano chords on my computer, and then just wrote lyrics and melodies. So I got it to that's where I wanted to be. So like that was really interesting melodies that kind of varied from each other and got creative like with just the chords, like progressions and stuff. And then later we just kind of made it heavy and like made riffs to it. So it kind of, I guess, is similar to the covers when you already have a song that you kind of do the heavy kind of rock metal arrangement to the song.
Nice. So last few questions. So the next two questions I ask every artist that I interview. The first one is, what kind of message would you like fans to walk away with after listening to your music?
A positive.
Always positive. Yeah. None of our lyrics are negative whatsoever. I mean, depends. I mean, depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, just a positive, just like feel good.
Yeah, positive and personal experience for sure.
And with past albums and some themes like on the new EP, just like I don't know, more.
They're more personal.
The EP was more
personal, like more stuff that everyone like can relate to like easily, and like
sometimes we still throw in a little political reference.
Try
to get people to I don't know, just stay open minded and maybe not believe.
Read something.
Every single thing that you hear, maybe in the news, in the newspaper. I mean, I still am really like interested by stuff like that, and I don't know. I mean, I did, even though the songs were more personal on the EP, I did kind of throw in some little metaphors here and there that could be taken in
many different
themes
ways.
like that. So I don't know, just stay open-minded and stay positive. I guess those would be the most important messages.
Sure.
Great. And then the next question is, what does music mean to you?
Everything. Is that an answer?
Yeah, that can be an answer.
Yeah, I mean, it means everything. It's just like, it's definitely like a cure for a lot of people, which it definitely is for me too, which is always great. You can be in the shittiest mood ever and put on a song that you know is just gonna change your mood instantly.
It means a lot of stuff. It's music that can just pump you up when you're tired, or chill you out when you are trying to fall asleep. I mean, it means, I don't know.
It makes
anything you want it to mean, really. That's the magic of it, I'd say.
Yeah. And last question is, after the tour with Sleeping with Sirens, it's wrapping up right now, what are the future plans for Our Last Night?
More tomorrow. We're doing a short, little East Coast, like holiday shows with Chiodos.
Nice.
And then we're doing a bunch of overseas stuff next year.
Nice.
So Europe again, Australia.
Yeah, we're headlining Europe for the first time.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That should be
Yeah.
We're stoked. And then straight to Soundwave in Australia, which will be awesome. Hopefully back to Japan maybe. And then, yeah, who knows? Maybe Warped Tour.
Hopefully we're trying.
That'd be cool.
So hopefully that's our main goal. So we'll keep trying to do that.
Kevin Lyman, pay attention.
Yeah. Please.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here and do the interview with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.